Look, be honest with me for a second. You've probably had that moment where you tell yourself, tomorrow I'm finally going to get my finances together. You're going to check your bank account, cancel subscriptions, maybe start investing, or work on that side hustle you've been putting off. Then tomorrow comes. You open your phone, scroll Instagram for 5 minutes, and suddenly it's an hour later. You've watched a couple finance videos, maybe a motivational clip, and somehow you still didn't do anything. No budget, no investing, no progress. And the worst part is you don't feel lazy. You feel mentally drained, like your brain just refuses to cooperate. Dopamine isn't pleasure. It's motivation. It's the chemical that pushes you to act. Scrolling TikTok, shopping online, checking your bank account after payday, even watching finance videos, those all trigger dopamine. But here's what most people don't realize. The more easy dopamine you consume, the harder it becomes to do things that don't pay off immediately. And almost everything that builds wealth, saving, investing, learning skills, has delayed rewards. According to research from Harvard Medical School, constant stimulation lowers dopamine sensitivity, which means your brain needs more stimulation just to feel normal. Now combine that with the fact that the average American checks their phone around 96 times per day. That's once every 10 minutes. So if every small moment of boredom or discomfort gets instantly patched with dopamine, how is your brain supposed to tolerate reviewing your spending, setting up investments, or starting something hard? This is why so many people feel burnt out, even though they haven't actually done anything demanding. I lived in this cycle for years. I wasn't irresponsible. I was just stuck. I watched finance videos instead of investing, researched side hustles instead of starting them, and optimized plans instead of executing. My brain felt productive, but my bank account didn't change. Eventually, I realized my issue wasn't willpower. It was dopamine timing. I stopped trying to eliminate dopamine completely because that's unrealistic, and instead, I delayed it. I made dopamine conditional. The rule was simple. No high dopamine activities before completing one hard, meaningful task. No social media, no YouTube, no scrolling, sometimes not even music, until I did one thing that actually moved my financial life forward. Not everything, just one thing. This is where it starts to click. Let's say you want to start investing but keep putting it off. The old pattern is waking up, scrolling your phone, frying your brain, and telling yourself you'll invest later. The new pattern is waking up, opening your brokerage app, investing $100, and then scrolling guilt-free. Over time, your brain starts associating boring financial actions with reward. That's how habits form. And the math makes this even more frustrating. Investing $100 per week at an average 8% return starting at age 25 grows to around $1.1 million by age 65. People don't fail because they don't understand compound interest. They fail because they can't sit with 5 minutes of discomfort. Dopamine overload makes that discomfort feel unbearable. This same idea completely changed how I spend money. Every impulse purchase starts with discomfort, stress, boredom, frustration, or even just habit. Your brain wants relief, so it reaches for spending. Instead of fighting the urge directly, I delayed dopamine by 10 minutes. During those 10 minutes, I forced myself to look at my net worth or review my monthly expenses. Most impulses disappeared. This works because of something called temporal discounting. Your brain heavily favors immediate rewards over future ones. Delaying dopamine makes future rewards feel real instead of abstract. Once I applied this to money, it spilled into everything else. Working on side hustles, learning skills, exercising, even having difficult conversations. Hard thing first, reward after. I stopped waiting for motivation and started engineering it. Now, you might be thinking this sounds miserable, but here's the truth. You're already miserable. You're just distracted. Distraction feels good until the consequences show up as debt, stress, regret, and that constant feeling of being behind. So here's what I want you to do starting tomorrow. For the first 60 to 90 minutes of your day, avoid high dopamine activities. Do one financial action. Cancel one subscription, set up auto-investing, track yesterday's spending, or learn one investing concept. Then reward yourself guilt-free. Confidence isn't a mindset, it's a track record. Imagine doing one uncomfortable financial action per day. That's 365 better decisions per year, thousands of dollars saved or invested, and a lot less financial stress. Your future self is watching every choice you make today. If this video helped you see money and your brain differently, hit the like button, subscribe, and comment what hard thing you're doing tomorrow.